So the Portland Pirates are back yet again, and what a surprise. This team has lost all of their players. They're just as bad as the Everett Elks when it comes to losing their players. Every player on this team is a 50 overall, so we're obviously not in a great spot here. However, we're going to win a Stanley Cup with this team, and how are we going to do it? Well, for every goal we score, we're going to be adding one player. So you might be wondering, how is this going to work? Well, we're going to spin a wheel of NHL teams, and it looks like we're going to be starting off with the Pittsburgh Penguins. And that's a great team to start off with. Alright, so this is how it's going to work. I'm going to jump into a play now game. I'm going to randomize our opponent. And it looks like the Penguins are going to be taking on the Minnesota Wild. Whichever player I score with for the Pittsburgh Penguins, that's who we're going to be adding to the team. So obviously, I want to score with Sidney Crosby. I want to score with Malkin. I want to score with some of the best players. Now, you might be thinking, well, stick on the ice. It's going to be incredibly difficult to score with a goaltender. And you would be incredibly right. However, there's a stipulation when it comes to the goaltender. But first, we got to figure out which player we're scoring with. Now, obviously, you're not going to be watching the entirety of these games right here because that would be very long. Like, imagine having to watch 20 full games. So you're only going to be watching until I score a goal, which could potentially be right now, but we're not capitalizing right there. Ideally, if I score in the first minute or so, that means we're going to be adding a better player. But if I scored late in the first period, you never know. I might be adding a fourth liner to the team, and that wouldn't be ideal. Malkin, can you pick up a goal right there? That works for me. Malkin's going to be joining the team. That's a great start. I found Malkin at the top of the circle there. He had more than enough time. Just teeing one up. He's going to get that pass flurry, and it looks like we're picking up our first player, and that's going to be Malkin. Now, I'm not going to lie. That was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. I thought I was going to struggle because I actually haven't played the game in a very long time outside rebuilding teams. But Malkin's going to be joining the team here. 89 overall. That's a really good start for us. Yeah. I'm happy with that. No, like, real talk, I haven't played NHL 25 like an actual game in probably a month. So yeah, I'll definitely take scoring a goal that early. Now, I almost forgot about our goalie stipulation. So how it's going to work is on this wheel, there are 6 options. One of them is goalie, the other 5, no goalies. So I'm going to spin this wheel right here, and we land on goalie. Okay, that actually worked out very well for us. However, it also didn't, because that means we're also adding a goalie from the Pittsburgh Penguins. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Now, I'm not going to lie. I kind of wish I did completely forget about the stipulation, because that means whatever team we get with our next wheel spin, in reality, we would have actually been getting their goaltender if I didn't remember. But since I remembered, we have to pick up the best goaltender from the Pittsburgh Penguins, Alex Nedeljkovic. More than likely, we're going to land on the New York Rangers, Winnipeg Jets, the Islanders, the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Florida Panthers, all of those teams. I'm probably going to get one of those teams with our next wheel spin, meaning I could have gotten their starting goaltender, but instead we got Alex Nedeljkovic, 81 overall. Not the greatest start. So I know for a fact that we're not going to be winning a Stanley Cup this season, but I know for a fact we're going to get some elite team that has an elite goaltender, and because we got Alex Nedeljkovic with our very first spin, we're not going to get a goaltender with our next one. We got incredibly unlucky landing on Alex Nedeljkovic. No, that broke my heart. No disrespect to Alex Nedeljkovic, but I'd much rather have Connor Hellebuyck, Vasilevsky, Shesterkin, Sorokin, Sergei Bobrovsky, even Jordan Binnington's a higher overall. So yeah, we're in the trenches, and there's only one way for me to recover from this, and that's you subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit 76k by the end of the month, so if you haven't already, sub to the channel. What are you doing? Now, I didn't expect the Portland Pirates to do too much, but a 0-79-3 record, I'm a little surprised at that. I thought we would have had more overtime losses, or we might have somehow snuck out one victory, because we do have to remember we do have a goaltender, and normally when you have a goaltender, as long as he has one great performance throughout the season, you should be able to win at least one. But I guess that's not going to be happening. Malkin, 11 goals, 20 assists, 31 points here. Alex Nedeljkovic, what were the numbers? A 910 to 465. Yeah, I can't really expect you to win a Stanley Cup with those numbers. You also only played in 69 games. That is very surprising. That means Ricky Lafleur completed some games. Like, he was the goaltender throughout the entire game and never got pulled, even after allowing 10 goals. We decided, nah, we want to rock with Ricky Lafleur. That's certainly a decision. Colorado's winning the Stanley Cup, but that doesn't affect us too much. Let's spin the wheel. So we removed the Pittsburgh Penguins. We got a fresh wheel spin right here. The Philadelphia Flyers. I better score with one of the top guys. If not, we could be in trouble. But I guess we don't have to worry about landing on a team that has an elite goaltender. So I guess it didn't really matter too much. Alex Nedeljkovic over Ersson. It's a close enough difference. So we're going to be scoring with the Philadelphia Flyers. And it looks like we're going to be taking on a team that we just scored with, the Pittsburgh Penguins. That was 100% random. But you know what? We have to score on the goalie we just added to the team. And based on what Bro did for us, it shouldn't be that difficult. Okay, so ideally we're probably picking up a goal with Travis Konecny here. I should have shot that. I'm going to be honest, I thought he was on his off wing. I was not cooking there. But we still might be cooking. Travis Konecny's got the puck and he's looking to dance here. What's he doing? We're going to feed it down. I was trying to get them. Okay, so ideally I think we either have Travis Konecny or... Okay, so I think ideally either Michkov or Travis Konecny picks up the goal. Oh, Bloomquist is in net. Oh, we're not even scoring on Nedeljkovic. All right then. So ideally, Travis Konecny or Michkov's picking up the goal for us because those are the two highest rated players. Travis Sanheim, actually you're a decent overall as well. So bringing Sanheim to the team wouldn't be bad either. So I think Michkov's got a bit of a step on the defense here, and it looks like he does. He's going to dish it over to Konecny in front, and that's going to be an easy tap in for Travis Konecny. So that's the next player we're adding to the team, Travis Konecny, a great addition right there. Eventually, we are going to have to score some defensemen. I just kind of started thinking about that. Like scoring with the forwards, that's going to be incredibly easy. Picking up goals with defensemen, yeah, we're basically going to have to force those boys to go coast to coast. Now, before we add Travis Konecny to the team, I guess we should figure out if we're going to be adding a goaltender, and it doesn't look like it. Like you have a 1 in 6 chance of landing on a goalie. So I'm honestly very surprised we got with our first spin. Now I'm not gonna lie, things are going smoother than they should be. Like we've added 2 amazing players here. We've already added Malkin, we've added Travis Konecny. We do have a goaltender in Alex Nedeljkovic. Things are going too smooth, and they're gonna come collapsing down pretty quick here. I just know it. So we've already added 2 really good forwards to the team, Malkin and Travis Konecny. That's actually a really good start to the forward core. When it comes to the defense though, that's looking the exact same. No changes here. Of course, Mordecai and Rigby gotta stay together. Trevor Corey, Trevor, they gotta stay together as well. Nothing's really changing with the defense or goaltending, but Travis Konecny, hopefully you can help us get a win this season. So with the addition of Travis Konecny, the Portland Pirates are going to be looking at 2 wins this season, a 275-5 record. Both of those wins coming in regulation. Okay, was not expecting that. Didn't know the Portland Pirates were like that. We really got to figure out which teams they beat, and I can't wait to see the St. Louis Blues being one of those teams because I know for a fact it's going to happen. Somehow the St. Louis Blues are going to lose to the Portland Pirates. Alex Nedeljkovic, 2 wins, a 908 and a 456. But which teams do we beat? The Edmonton Oilers are Stanley Cup champions, but why do I know it's the St. Louis Blues? I just know it. The St. Louis Blues always seem to lose in videos like this. They will always find a way to lose, even when they definitely shouldn't. So it looks like one of those wins is going to be coming against the Chicago Blackhawks, a 2-1 victory for the Portland Pirates. The other game was like early December or early November. I think it was early November, and it looks like it was actually halfway through November on November 18th, a 4-3 victory against the Detroit Red Wings. Nah, how are y'all losing to the Portland Pirates? That just doesn't make sense. So we've had a great start to the video so far. Which team are we going to be scoring with next? Okay, I am forcing it with either Connor McDavid or Leon Draisaitl. I refuse to let anybody else on this team touch the puck. Now, I'm not going to just purposely not score unless Connor McDavid or Leon Draisaitl is on the ice. Like, I'm going to try to score. Okay, how did we get Philly? We started with Pittsburgh, and then Pittsburgh became the defending team. Then we went to Philly, who had to attack Pittsburgh. I don't know why I'm saying attacking. Like, this isn't NHL imperialism. We're just matching up against Philly. But yeah, that works for me. We got Edmonton versus the Philadelphia Flyers. McDavid should be easily able to score. So yeah, if we don't score with Connor McDavid or Leon Draisaitl early, we could be in a tough situation. Like, the last thing I want to be doing is scoring with Podkolzin. Nothing against Podkolzin, I'd just rather not score with him. Okay, now surprisingly, I actually haven't just been feeding McDavid, but I will say, I probably passed up an easy goal with Troy Stecher just because I didn't want to bring Troy Stecher to the team. So that was the only time I actually passed up a potential goal. You have to pay somewhat attention to who you're going to be scoring with. Like, if I had to bring Darnell Nurse to the team, Evan Bouchard, I'm not against that. Zach Hyman, even Skinner, Arvidsson, none of those are really that bad of pickups. But Troy Stecher, yeah, I don't really want to go down that route. I want him to be one of our defensemen. Connor McDavid, ideally I can just score with you right here. That would have been elite. All right, Nugent Hopkins, you got a breakaway here. I would not be against bringing Nuge to the team. We're going to the back end, and that's exactly who's going to be joining the team. Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Were there better options like McDavid and Draisaitl? Absolutely. But Nuge had a breakaway, and I'm not passing up a breakaway like that, especially when it's Ryan Nugent Hopkins. If it was Troy Stecher, Corey Perry, Podkolzin, then maybe I would have passed up on it. But you know what? I'll take Ryan Nugent Hopkins. So we added Ryan Nugent Hopkins, but are we also going to be adding Stuart Skinner to the team? No, we are not. So out of all the options on the Edmonton Oilers, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Zach Hyman, Evan Bouchard, Matthias Ekholm, they would have all been great additions. But Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, that's not bad by any means. 86 overall. Like, yeah, there were better players here, but I'll definitely take 86 overall Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. So we've gone ahead and completed our first line. Malkin, Travis Konecny, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. If we can bring some superstars to the team, like 90 plus overall players, then we're definitely never going to have to worry. The only thing I actually am a little bit concerned about is the defense here. Like, scoring with defensemen isn't going to be easy. And then you'll have a question like, do you score with Nathan MacKinnon, or do you pass upon Nathan MacKinnon and go for Cale Makar? I think in a situation like Colorado, you have to pass upon Nathan MacKinnon to get Cale Makar, because you need an elite defenseman like Cale Makar. It's a tough situation. Now, the addition of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins clearly helped a lot here. We're doubling our win total. I'll take 4 wins. It's a step in the right direction. Malkin's going to lead the way here with 54 points. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is actually going to be tied with 54 points, and then Travis Konecny 51. So the top line performed this season. I have no problems with what they did here. Yeah, the plus minuses aren't great, but who's plus minus on this team actually looks good? Alex Nedeljkovic, considering you faced 3,300 shots this season, having a save percentage below 900 is a massive disappointment. Like, how'd you even do that? You faced 3,290 shots and you couldn't save 90% of them. Like, that's actually absurd. The Seattle Kraken, Stanley Cup champions, but no, Nedeljkovic really let us down this season. If we had anyone else in net, we would have had more wins. All right, so I'm going in with the mindset of scoring with the defenseman here. Is that going to be the right move? Maybe not. I mean, I would take a goal with Sergachev, but I think I'd rather take a guy like Clayton Keller or even Dylan Guenther. We do need some snipers on this team, so Dylan Guenther might be the move. Now, best case scenario is probably Sergachev, because then we bring a defenseman to the team, but I wouldn't complain with Clayton Keller. I guess the trend's not going to continue. We're not taking on the Edmonton Oilers. Instead, we have the New York Rangers. Okay, Sergachev might have a chance here. Can you get past Adam Fox? What a deke. Sergachev, can you bury that one? No, that was heartbreaking right there. Sergachev danced around that man. If he only could have buried that one, that would have been a huge addition to the team. All right, here we go. Dylan Guenther intercepting that puck, going to the backhand. Shesterkin, where are you going? I had that man absolutely lost. He bit on the first deke, went to the backhand. Nah, bro bit hard on that. Dylan Guenther's intercepting that pass, but Shesterkin, where are you going? Absolutely lost. Bro needs a map. Shout out Chris Smooth. But nah, that was tough. Look at him bite on that fake right there. Bro slid the wrong direction. Nah, that's tough. Now, as much as I love that goal from Dylan Guenther, he's not a defenseman, so we do have to start focusing on scoring with defensemen, because we have over 25% of the forwards we need. Like, we have 33% of the forwards we need, 0% of the defensemen we need. So that's not really ideal. So Dylan Guenther's going to join the team, an 87 overall sniper, the first sniper we have. So the first line's probably going to be Dylan Guenther, Malkin, and Travis Konecny, and then Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is going to man the second line. I don't hate that. Like, yeah, I would like some more superstars on this team, like 90 overalls or something. But you know what? We haven't really had too many chances to get 90 overalls, so we just got to take what we can get. So Dylan Guenther, although you don't have any X factors, you're still going to be a good enough player for us. 87 overall. I like having 87 overall snipers on the team, especially when they're playing alongside a playmaker and a two-way forward. That's just a recipe for success. So even though we added a sniper to the team and that was a recipe for success, we didn't really see more success this season. We finished with 5 wins and only 11 points, which is only 1 point more than what we had last season. So yeah, Dylan Guenther, you didn't bring as much to the team as I thought you would. Travis Konecny, 54 points. Malkin's picking up 53. Guenther, 52. So I guess the first line was as good as they normally are. Nugent-Hopkins, you were moved down to the second line, but he still had 30 points here. And then Alex Nedeljkovic, a 913 is what I'm expecting. Like, last season you were in the 800s and that made no sense. But yeah, 913. That's not too bad considering what's in front of you. So Nedeljkovic is actually living up to the hype here. Not really, but sort of is. We have a terrible team in front of him. What can we really expect? So we got ourselves 5 players on the team, 4 of which we scored with, and we got really lucky with that Alex Nedeljkovic one. I would really like to add Jake Oettinger to the team. There's actually a lot of players on Dallas I'd be okay with. So no matter who I score with, I'm probably going to be happy. So as I just mentioned, I'd actually be okay with basically any player on the Dallas Stars. Dallas is going to be taking on Washington. This is going to be a good matchup for us to witness. All right, Matt Duchene, let's see what you can find here. Can you find any open defenders that we can sauce the puck to? There's one right there, Lyubushkin. I swear if Lyubushkin scored, I actually would have been a bit upset. We're going to drop it back to Miro Heiskanen. He's got a little bit of space, and Miro Heiskanen's picking up the big goal. That's what we needed. We needed a defense like Miro Heiskanen to score that goal, and that's going to be exactly what he's doing here, just teeing one up from the point. There was a great screen in front. For some reason, Logan Thompson's dropping really early on that shot. I have no clue why. Maybe the game game knew I need to score with Miro Heiskanen, and it's going to give us that goal right there. So that's going to be the first defenseman we bring in, and that's a great defenseman if you ask me. Now, there's only really one thing that can make this even better. Give me the Otter. Ain't no way. We really got Jake Oettinger. It's a 1 in 6 chance to even land on a goalie, and on top of it being a 1 in 6 chance, it's a 1 in 32 chance of you landing on a team with a good goaltender. I mean, technically not really. It's probably like a 1 in 10 chance of landing on a team with an elite goaltender like the Otter, probably 1 in 5, but you get the point. Not only did we just land on getting a goaltender, but we landed on getting a goaltender while on a team with a great goalie. No, I'm absolutely gassed from that game right there. Not only did we add Miro Heiskanen, 91 overall defenseman, we also had 91 overall Jake Oettinger. So we have one of the best goalies in the game, we have one of the best defensemen in the game, and we got this all from one team in one game. No, you couldn't have asked for anything better than that. So the forward core is going to be staying the same. We all know that. But the defense is the massive upgrade here. 91 overall Miro Heiskanen, the first 90 plus overall in the team. But we didn't just bring one 90 plus player. We brought in two, because we're also going to bring in the Otter. 91 overall Jake Oettinger. No, this team's in a great spot now. The fact that we were able to get Miro Heiskanen and Jake Oettinger from just one goal, ridiculous. Now Miro Heiskanen and Jake Oettinger, you helped a ton here. 32nd in the entire league. But look at that. 14 wins. 10 of those coming in regulation. 34 points for the Portland Pirates. We've never seen that before. Malkin 66 points. He's leading the way here. But Miro Heiskanen, I really want to see your numbers. And 8 goals, 30 assists for 38 points. That's something I love to see. I'm also going to love Jake Oettinger's numbers because I already know they're going to be amazing. 10 wins, 0 shutouts, a bit of a disappointment there, but a 919 to 365. That's what I'm looking for here. That's what's going to help us win Stanley Cups. But unfortunately, we're not going to be winning one this season considering we're the worst team in the entire league. But you know what? We're going to be bouncing back, and it's going to be a massive bounce back once we score this next goal. Now, we don't have to worry too much about scoring with the defenseman because we have brought Miro Heiskanen to the team. We're going to be landing on the Calgary Flames, and I actually wouldn't mind scoring with the defenseman here. If we could bring Mackenzie Weegar or Rasmus Andersson to the team, that wouldn't be too bad. Then again, guys like Jonathan Huberdeau, Nazem Kadri, those aren't bad additions either. So we're going to be scoring a goal with the Calgary Flames. I'm not really caring too much who we score with. We have to take on the Edmonton Oilers. We got an Alberta rivalry matchup. I mean, truthfully, the biggest problem we're going to have here is probably shutting down Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, but who cares if they score 10 goals? We just have to score one ourselves. All right, so first period, it was a bust for us. We weren't able to score a goal. We're doubling down the second. Well, McDavid's finally scoring here, but who cares about McDavid scoring? It does not matter how many goals Edmonton scores, but the fact that we've already played like 5 or 6 games and that's the first goal we've allowed, it's not too bad considering. All right, we might be scoring with Tyson Barrie here because I believe he's got a step on the defense, going to the backhand, and it looks like it will be Tyson Barrie. Not really the defenseman I wanted to score with here, but you know what? He's better than a 0 overall player, and considering how difficult it's going to be to score with defensemen, getting 2 defensemen in our last 2 games, that's actually not too bad. So Tyson Barrie, you're going to be joining the Portland Pirates. You can't be that bad, right? Now, we already have 2 goaltenders, but bringing in Dustin Wolf to be the backup wouldn't be the end of the world here. But unfortunately, that's not going to be happening. So with that goal from Tyson Barrie is going to be brought to the team. Can you please be at least an 80 overall? 81 overall. Okay, that's not too bad. Tyson Barrie is going to be brought to the team. He's actually not going to be too bad of a defenseman here. At least we have a first pairing now. All right, so Miro Heiskanen and Tyson Barrie, that's going to be our first pairing now. At least it's 2 players that aren't 50 overalls. So that's going to be good enough for our first pairing here. We're still not going to be seeing a lot of success considering how many 50 overalls we still have on this team. But you know what? We have 2 goaltenders. That's going to help a lot. We have a first line and a first pairing. We finally have a full lineup we can actually run. All right, now Tyson Barrie, what did you just do to this team? A 13-60-9 record. I think we have 1 more point than we did last season, and we have less wins in regulation. You somehow negatively impacted this team, which I'm not really too sure how you could have done that. Travis Konecny was only -8 though. Dylan Guenther was only -7, so that is a good sign for our top line. Also, Dylan Guenther now has 2 X factors. Guess he developed those over the season. I'm not going to complain about that. Tyson Barrie, you had 34 points here, so that's not too bad, I guess. When it comes to goaltending, the Otter and Nedeljkovic were great. Nedeljkovic had a 921 and a 331, but yet he only walked away with a 1-12-4 record. Clearly not your fault. Clearly goaltending isn't an issue right now. It's goal scoring and the fact that our defense sucks. The 2 goalies we have, they've been doing everything they can. So we got to provide those goaltenders with a little bit of support. And are we going to get some support from the Washington Capitals? We certainly can. So I think it's pretty obvious who we're going to try to score with. It's going to be Alexander Ovechkin. And we're going to see if he's going to be able to beat his former teammate in Darcy Kemper. Okay, we are doing everything in our power to score, and we just can't right now. We're going to send over to Ovi. He's teeing that one up. And what an absolute rip from Ovi. We were looking to lead on that power play. Kemper was absolutely exhausted. And we finally got a pass over to Alexander Ovechkin. And he's going to rip that one home. Kemper didn't stand a chance there. What a shot from Ovi, and now he's going to be joining the team. He's a guy we desperately needed. But what a 1T from Alexander Ovechkin. Timed that absolutely perfect, and it was a rocket. So we're going to bring Alexander Ovechkin to the team. But are we also going to be bringing the goaltender? No, we're not. So we're going to have one of the best goal scorers of all time, Alexander Ovechkin. Welcome to the team. We've actually been doing a really good job scoring with the right players. Like, we have an elite first line. Even the second line's not looking too bad. And then when it comes to defensemen, having a guy like Miro Heiskanen definitely going to be useful in the future. So our first line's looking even better than before with Alexander Ovechkin moving up. And our second line's even looking better. We got Dylan Guenther and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins here. We still have a lot of forwards to bring to the team and a handful of defensemen, but we're only 11 goals away. So when you put it in that perspective, we're actually not that far away. Now, I will say, I am disappointed. After adding Ovi to the team, I thought we were going to be looking at like 18, 19, maybe even 20 wins this season. Only 16. We really haven't seen that much progression over the last few seasons. Maybe we need some more defensemen here. Maybe we need another right winger so we can complete the second line. I don't know what we need, but just over the last couple years, we haven't really progressed as much as I thought we would. Like, we won 14 games not that long ago, and then after winning 14 games, we won 13 the next year, and then 16 this season. I feel like we should be better than this. Ovi minus 23, Malkin 22, Konecny minus 23. So yeah, these plus minus is worse than last season, and then when it comes to goaltending, I can only assume that's worse. Yes, it is. So yeah, just about everything about this team was worse than last season. I mean, yeah, we won more games, but we were significantly worse defensively, and we weren't really that much better offensively. So what does that mean? We got to bring another defenseman to the team. So can we get a great defenseman from this next team, or are we just going to be adding a forward? It's got to be Connor Bedard, right? Like, anyone outside of Connor Bedard we don't really want. I mean, Seth Jones really wouldn't be too bad either. It's Bedard or Seth Jones. Alright, so if we have to score a goal with the Chicago Blackhawks, I am praying that we get one of the worst teams in the entire league. I can score on Philly. That will be an easy enough matchup. Like, if we had to score against Tampa Bay, the Rangers, because the Rangers on paper are really good. Even the Islanders would be tough because we'd have to get past Sorokin. Toronto would be tough because they're just good from top to bottom. Philly's a reasonable matchup for Chicago. Alright, we got ourselves another offensive zone draw. Can Connor Bedard win this one? Yes, he can. Back to Seth Jones. Seth Jones just needs to create a little bit of space, which you can't do. Alex Vlasic, I'll take a goal with you. I would have preferred Seth Jones there, but you know what, Alex Vlasic, you're not a bad pickup. I believe you're like an 84 overall. So an 84 overall defenseman isn't that bad, but what a pass from Seth Jones. I did not expect Alex Vlasic to score right there. Would have preferred if Bedard deflected that in front, though. If we had a Bedard deflection right there, that would have been ideal. But Alex Vlasic, it could be worse. But who cares about Alex Vlasic? Can we walk away with Peter Mrazek as well? No, we can't. That's tough. Now, Alex Vlasic, honestly, that's not the end of the world. You're an 83 overall defenseman. You can definitely help us. However, I do believe we need to bring one more star defenseman to the team. Like Alex Vlasic, he can be a reasonable enough second pairing or even third pairing defenseman for us, but I don't want him on the top pairing with Miro Heiskanen. That's just not ideal. So Alex Vlasic, I'm going to be completely honest, I have no clue how we got that shot through and you were able to score that, but you know what, I'm not going to complain because scoring with defensemen is obviously going to be the most difficult thing in this video. And we've already got 3 so far, one of them being Miro Heiskanen, so I think the defense isn't in too bad of a spot. So Alex Vlasic's going to help us have a career season here. We're going to be finishing 32nd in the entire league, of course, but 21 wins this season, 15 of those coming in regulation, 50 points this season. We're finally making strides in the right direction, and you'll love to see it. The Portland Pirates are here to play, and they can actually compete with maybe a third of the teams in the league. Yeah, we still really can't compete with that many, but Malkin -1 this season, that's not too bad. Ovi -10, Travis Konecny -8. These guys are showing up when it matters, and when it comes to goaltending, was that significantly better? I don't know if I should use the word significantly better, but it was better. Jake Onger, 16 wins, 2 shots, a 907 and a 361. Just think, this man only had 16 wins during the regular season, but eventually in the postseason, he's going to be picking up 16. Like Jake Onger, just imagine. The Carolina Hurricanes, they won 16 games during the postseason. That means Freddie Anderson had 16 postseason wins. You only had 16 regular season wins this season, but eventually that script's going to flip. Now, there's still quite a bit that this team needs, so no matter what we get, I'm probably going to be happy. Vegas is a great team because there's a number of great players we can score with. So look at all the guys with superstar X factors on the Vegas Golden Knights. I would love to bring one of them to the team, and it looks like we're going to take on the Islanders. Alright, so after a big hit, Alex Pietrangelo is bringing the puck into the offensive zone, and he is going to go short side, beating Sorokin. What a goal there by Alex Pietrangelo. 43 seconds into this game, he absolutely lit somebody up, moved up the ice there, and he's going to be potting a massive goal right there. Bro just decided to weave through everybody. He saw that spot short side, so he went to it. Bar down. What a beautiful shot. And we're bringing another defenseman to the team, and he's going to be a great defenseman. So Alex Pietrangelo, you're going to be a nice addition to the team, and it looks like you're going to be the only addition. So Alex Pietrangelo, what an elite shot that was, going bar down on Sorokin. You're going to be brought to the team, and you and Miro Heiskanen as our top pairing, that's going to work wonders. So look at that elite first defensive pairing. Now we finally have two pairings, but Miro Heiskanen and Alex Pietrangelo, they can certainly lead the way for us. And then Vlasic and Tyson Barrie, not the greatest second pairing, but you know what? It's better than the options we had before, so I don't hate it. Now Alex Pietrangelo, you're a St. Louis Blues legend, and now you're a Portland Pirates legend. I thought we were second last in the entire league. I really did. With a 32-40-2 record, I thought we were finally second last in the entire league. Apparently not. We're still the worst. However, this team is making massive strides in the right direction. Alexander Ovechkin 91 points, Malkin 83, Travis Konecny 69. Didn't have anyone with a positive plus minus though, and that is a little bit disappointing here. And then when it comes to goaltending, the Otter, no shutouts once again. You're a great goaltender and all, Jake, but I mean, pick me up a shutout once. Like, I don't know what you're doing. The Dallas Stars are Stanley Cup champions. I bet that Jake Ottinger had a couple shutouts. But yeah, let's spin the wheel and add another player. Now, I thought scoring with defensemen was going to be the one difficult aspect of this video, but not really. Do not give me San Jose. Okay, maybe we try to score with a defenseman again here, because I mean, Jake Waldman's like an 86 or an 87. I don't really know who else they have for high overall players. Like, Macklin Celebrini might be an 85, but yeah, it's not looking too good in San Jose. You know what? Maybe this isn't as bad as I thought it would be. William Eklund, Celebrini, Tyler Toffoli, even Logan Couture, Zutterland, those are all respectable additions. I would like to bring at least somebody above an 82 overall, so Will Smith, you're not going to be in that category. Jake Waldman, if we do score with a defenseman, ideally is going to be you. But yeah, we're not going to get too much here from the San Jose Sharks. I had to double check what the overalls of some of these San Jose Sharks players were, because I couldn't really recall who was the best player. I kind of thought Macklin Celebrini was at least an 85. Apparently he's an 86. But yeah, we're not getting any 90s, that's for sure. Alright, here we go. Logan Couture. He's going to center it out in front to Ruda. Why was Ruda in front of the net? I completely forgot this man just got out of the box, so he was on the forward rush with us, and we scored with Ruda. Jan Ruda, you are not the guy I wanted to score with there, but I guess we gotta take it. Yeah, not really what I wanted. I was hoping for basically anybody else in front of the net, but it was Jan Ruda. Like, I completely forgot Jan Ruda was the guy in the box. Why did I have to score with Jan Ruda? There's no way that could have backfired more. Now, obviously, scoring with forwards is going to be easier than scoring with defensemen here, but I just want to point this out. We have now scored with 5 defensemen. How many forwards have we scored with? 5. We've scored with as many defensemen as we have forwards. I wasn't even planning for that to happen, but here we are. So we're just going to pretend this season didn't happen. Nope, none of this happened. We didn't finish dead last in the entire league, and we didn't get significantly worse. We did have 3 players with a positive plus minus, so I guess we will remember that, but everything else, that's going to be forgotten. Nope, we're going to forget everything else. Jake Ottinger, once again, you didn't have a single shutout. I don't know why you never pick up shutouts. The Winnipeg Jets are Stanley Cup champions. Let's spin the wheel and score another goal. Now, I never thought I would have to say this, but I actually have to go out of my way to not score with a defenseman here. We can't bring more defensemen to the team unless it's Rasmus Dahlin. I would be okay with Rasmus Dahlin. So we're scoring with the Buffalo Sabres next. Tage Thompson, Alex Tuch are the 2 guys I have in mind here, but you're going to have to score on Shesterkin here, and that's not necessarily going to be the easiest in the world. All right, here we go. We got ourselves a 2-on-1. We're going to center it over to Jack Quinn. We scored with Jack Quinn. I don't hate Jack Quinn, but I mean, yeah, I would have preferred anyone else on the ice. I actually didn't even realize Jack Quinn was on the ice. I thought it was JJ Peterka. This entire time, I thought that was JJ Peterka out there, because JJ Peterka was literally just on the ice. I didn't realize he went for a change. Apparently, he did go for a change, and I just fed Jack Quinn. Not JJ Peterka. That kind of sucks. So Jack Quinn, welcome to the Portland Pirates. Are we going to be adding Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen as well? Doesn't look like it. Now, I'm not going to lie, that's a massive disappointment. I thought we were adding 86 overall JJ Peterka to the team. Nope, we're walking away with Jack Quinn instead. And what overall is Jack Quinn? An 81. That really sucks. Shout out to Jack Quinn though. Nothing against him. I'm just against his NHL 25 rating. So Jack Quinn's going to be jumping into our top 6, playing alongside Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Dylan Guenther. Not the greatest top 6 in the world just because of Jack Quinn. Like, he's going to be a bottom 6 player for us in the future. I'm not hating on Jack Quinn. I'm just hating on Jack Quinn's overall. Like, I was 99% sure JJ Peterka was on the ice with us, but nope. He went off for a change, and Jack Quinn jumped on the ice. That was incredibly unfortunate. Yeah, so we're going to pretend this didn't happen. Jack Quinn, you're an op now. I don't want you on my team, even though you're basically forced to be on this team. How'd you make us so bad this season? You had 36 points, but somehow your 36 points made us worse. Jake Ottinger, you finally had 2 shutouts, but you had an 897 in the process and only had 14 wins. So yeah, maybe this wasn't Jack Quinn's fault. Maybe it was more the Otters' fault. You know what? I don't think it was either of those guys' fault. We're blaming the coach. Do I know who the head coach is? Absolutely not. But we're putting all the blame on him. All right, no more messing around here. Superstar forward. We need ourselves a superstar forward, and Anze Kopitar can certainly be that guy for us. Now, outside of Kopitar, we still have a couple options. We got Adrian Kempe, we have Kevin Fiala. They would be some great guys to score with. But if they're going to be scoring right here, they got to score on Vasilevsky. All right, here we go. Philip Deneau, you're probably going to have a breakaway. If you can get past the last defenseman, and that's what you're going to be able to do. That was a terrible change right there from the Tampa Bay Lightning, and Philip Deneau is going to be picking up a critical goal, and now he's going to be joining the team. Bringing a guy like Philip Deneau in for the bottom 6 actually isn't a bad pickup whatsoever. Thank God I didn't pass that puck, because who was skating with him? I don't think it was Tanner Janot. Actually, it was Warren Foegele. Warren Foegele wouldn't have been too bad, but I'm happy with Philip Deneau. Now, we haven't added a goaltender in a while, and are we going to be adding one here? It doesn't look like it. It's been a while since we've added a goaltender. It's been like 6 or 7 spins. We're just not getting lucky here. Now, Philip Deneau, you're not a bad pickup by any means. An 86 overall, that's what we need here. That's what JJ Peterka would have been, but instead we got Jack Quinn. But you know what? We're not going to dwell on that. Philip Deneau, welcome to the team. You're going to be a great bottom 6 player for us. All right, so we're going to have Ryan Nugent-Hopkins play on the right side, even though he's a center/left winger. I'd rather have him on the second line over Jack Quinn. I don't want Philip Deneau to be on the bottom 6 quite yet, so this is the lineup we're going to be rocking. When it comes to the defense, it's actually in a really solid spot. We only have 150 overall left here, and when it comes to goaltenders, you already know what we got. So we're back to where we were a couple seasons ago, but not exactly, because we're actually second last in the entire league. Chicago's behind us, a 29-43-10 record. That's nothing compared to our 32-42-8 record. The boys are no longer last in the entire league. That's what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for a season like this. However, we haven't really got that much better over the past like 3 years. We've added 3 new players to the team, and we've still only won 32 games. I don't know what's going on here. Jake Ottinger, you had a career season. 29 wins, 5 shots, a 917 and 295. It kind of concerns me we only won 32 games this season when you had 5 shutouts, a 917 and 295. So yeah, maybe after we add another player to the team, we're actually not going to be significantly better than we were this season, because the Otter was absolutely incredible. He should be in the Vezina conversation for what he just did, but he won't be, because we are the second worst team in the entire league. The Winnipeg Jets are winning the Stanley Cup. Let's go add another elite forward to the team. So maybe give me the Toronto Maple Leafs and then I just score with Austin Matthews. I'd be okay with that. I would also be okay with scoring with either Brayden Point or Nikita Kucherov. That works for me. Alright, so there's a handful of guys I'm looking to score with here. Nikita Kucherov, Brayden Point, Jake Getzel, Victor Hedman. I wouldn't complain if Victor Hedman's the final defense we bring to the team here, because that would be a really good final defenseman. Alright, we've been going back and forth with the Dallas Stars. Nobody has been able to score a goal. We got ourselves a scoreless first period. All right, here we go. Brayden Point, you got a bit more energy. Their team's absolutely exhausted. And you know what? That was the perfect change. I threw Brayden Point out there. I threw the top guys out there. And you know what? We caught an incredibly tired defense. And it's working out. Brayden Point's going to be picking up our goal. Yeah, that wasn't much of a deke, but you know what? It was enough to get past the defenseman. And then Brayden Point, he saw a little bit of space. He's able to score there. And now he's going to be joining the team. Unfortunately, it's not Nikita Kucherov. But it's not like Brayden Point's a bad player by any means. Now, Brayden Point's one player. But we could get Vasilevsky. But that's not happening here. We're not picking up another goaltender. So it took quite a bit there, but we finally picked up a goal with the Tampa Bay Lightning, and Brayden Point's going to be scoring that goal. 93 overall. He's the highest overall player on the team. Considering what was available, it's actually not that bad of a pickup. For some reason, I thought Nikita Kucherov was a 96 overall. He's actually only a 95. So the difference between him and Brayden Point's only 2 overall. So I mean, yeah, we got one of the best players. So we're going to throw Brayden Point on the top line alongside Malkin and Alexander Ovechkin. On the second line, it's going to be Dylan Gunther, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and Travis Konecny. It's honestly not looking too bad. We're only 4 forwards away. We're 1 defenseman away. The next defenseman we bring to the team, though, they've got to be a superstar. We need at least an 88 overall defenseman. We can't be rocking 83s, 82s, and 81s on the bottom 4. So Portland's finally starting to see a lot more success. 23rd in the entire league. The first time we've ever had 40 wins. I think one more player might be able to get us into the postseason. Like, we can maybe sneak in as a wildcard team with one more player, but you just never know. They're going to have to be an elite player, though. Like, we're going to need one of the top in the game. Austin Matthews or Artemi Panarin. We can't get Connor McDavid anymore, so that's really unfortunate. But if we can bring one of those guys in, that would help us a lot. We just need a really high overall player, because look how good Jake Ottinger is playing. Bro can't really do too much more other than this. A 918 to 281, and he still has a ton of 50 overall players in front of him. Nah, give me one of the best best in the game. If you just give me Nathan MacKinnon, then we're going to be cooking. So give me the Colorado Avalanche, give me the Toronto Maple Leafs, give me one of those teams right there. Columbus Blue Jackets aren't really the team I was thinking of. However, Zach Werenski, that could be the move. All right, so I think the plan is to score with Zach Werenski, and then he'll be the final defense we bring to the team. We're going to be taking on the New York Rangers once again. The Rangers are normally a good team to take on, except I don't really want to play them here in NHL 25, considering they have an elite goaltender in Shesterkin. That doesn't really help us too much here. Okay, Provorov, you're going to drop that back to Sean Monahan. Sean Monahan had way too much space there. You can't give Monahan that much space and not expect me to feed it over to him and allow him to just snipe that one. Like, bro had so much space. He could have went and had a picnic, came back, and still scored that goal. Like, look how much space that is. Ridiculous. New York not playing any defense. What a surprise. So are we walking away with just Sean Monahan, or are we going to bring something else to the team? Merzlikins is going to be joining as well, so we got ourselves a new backup. Now, Sean Monahan, you had a ridiculous amount of space, and because of that, you're going to be picking up a goal. So 85 overall, Sean Monahan's joined the team. On top of Sean Monahan, though, we're also bringing in Merzlikins, who's only a 1 overall difference from Alex Nedeljkovic. So yeah, not really much of a change there. Now, it's a little unfortunate we couldn't pick up Zach Werenski, but I can't act like Sean Monahan's a bad player by any means. 85 overall, he's got himself an X factor. He's going to play some good bottom 6 minutes. We have 3 complete forward lines, 2 complete defensive pairings with Tyson Barrie being the extra, and then we have 2 goaltenders, Elvis Merzlikins being the backup. We might be able to compete for a wildcard spot this season. So we add Sean Monahan to the team, hence there's no way that we're worse this season. Nope, it would be impossible for the Portland Pirates to be worse than they were last season. 37 wins. Am I surprised? Not really, because the Otter put up some incredible numbers last season, and it was a little bit fluky. Like, the Otters numbers shouldn't have been that good. Also, the scoring just wasn't good this season. So I don't even know if it was the Otter. Okay, yeah, bro had a goals against above 3. He had a 907. Not nearly as good as what he did last season. Last season, he was standing on his head. He was making save after save. Not this time around. The Vancouver Canucks are Stanley Cup champions. Let's go add some more players, because clearly we're not good enough, and clearly we need an elite goal scorer. So we need an elite goal scorer. Give me the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'd be okay with that. The Florida Panthers, though, I'm not going to complain about that. All right, so Florida has a bunch of elite players I wouldn't mind bringing to the team. No matter who we score with, we're going to be walking away with probably a 90 overall player. Maybe not a 90 overall player. No matter who we score with, we're walking away with at least an 87. 87's a bit more reasonable. Okay, here we go. Aaron Ekblad's bringing the puck in. He's going to drop it over to Matthew Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk trying to create a little space, passing it right over to Barkov. That was an easy tap in for him. Matthew Tkachuk evading multiple defenders, and he's going to find Barkov wide open, and that's going to be an incredibly easy goal for him. Like, look at Matthew Tkachuk just weaving around all the defensemen right there, and then a nice little pass over to Barkov, and he's going to tap that in. So we got a goaltender from the Columbus Blue Jackets, but can we walk away with another one here? Back-to-back spins, we're landing on a goaltender. Sergei Bobrovsky is going to be our new backup. We have our tandem. So Sasha Barkov, we were able to pick up a big time goal with you. So now you're going to be joining the team. 95 overall, the highest overall on the team. We're on top of Sasha Barkov. We're also bringing in Bobrovsky. Unfortunately, we do have to cut one of our goaltenders, and I refuse to cut Ricky Lafleur or Eric Cartman. So Nedeljkovic is getting cut. Yeah, he's just catching a stray here. Now, clearly the forward core is not an issue for this team. I think it just might be the defense. I don't think we have a good enough defense here. Outside of Alex Pietrangelo and Miro Heiskanen, I can't really rely on the rest of these guys here. So we're going to need another upgrade. When it comes to goaltending, though, yeah, I have no issues with that. We have Bobrovsky in the Otter. That's good enough. That's actually way better than good enough. Like, that's incredibly elite. Okay, in all seriousness, what else is it really going to take? 28th in the entire league. Do we just need another incredible defenseman? Is that what we need? Are we just missing one more superstar defenseman? Are we missing Cale Makar? Are we missing Adam Fox? What could we possibly be missing at this point? It's getting ridiculous. Oh, the Otter was terrible. Okay, that kind of explains all of it. Jake Onger was just incredibly terrible this season. The Winnipeg Jets are Stanley Cup champions, but yeah, I'm putting all that blame on Jake Ottinger. Nope, Jake Ottinger, you have to take all the blame there. You were so incredibly bad, it was actually wild. Kirill Kaprizov. I know you're not a defenseman, but you're really good. So yeah, we're going to score with Kaprizov here. Alright, I was talking about how I was going to score with Kirill Kaprizov, but you know what? I'm not going to force scoring with Kirill Kaprizov, because if we could score with Jonas Brodin or Brock Faber, I would be okay with that. But if Kirill Kaprizov has the puck on his stick and it's a wide open net, he might shoot the puck. You just never know. Alright, here goes Jonas Brodin. You might... Oh, okay, that was... Yeah, that... I don't know what to say about that. I'm actually speechless. How did that go in? We're on superstar difficulty. I literally just threw a shot on net. I mean, that works out. Like, we bring Jonas Brodin to the team. The defense is complete now. But how in the world did I just score that goal? Like, how did Jonas Brodin score that? Like, I just casually threw that on net because why not? But yeah, 45 seconds into the game and Jonas Brodin scoring because he just decided to tee one up. Now, we don't necessarily need a goalie here, but we might as well just spin the wheel anyways. Yeah, it's not going to be giving us a goalie. So Jonas Brodin, welcome to the Portland Pirates. I still haven't figured out how you scored that goal right there. It doesn't really make too much sense. 88 overall. The defense is set moving forward. We're not going to be bringing any more defensemen to the team. We're just scoring with forwards from here on out. So the defense is complete, and you know what? We needed a guy like Jonas Brodin. Jonas Brodin, Miro Heiskanen, Alex Pietrangelo. Those are going to be our big three. Not really liking these three right here compared to these three right here, but you know what? The three superstars are going to help these other guys. So after a lot of failures and a lot of goals scored, it's finally happened. Portland's in the postseason, a 43-31-8 record. Although we don't have the greatest record in the world, we do have to realize who's on this team. We have Barkov here. We have Alexander Ovechkin, Braden Point, Malkin, Dylan Gunther, Travis Konecny, Miro Heiskanen, Alex Pietrangelo. There's a lot of elite players here, and then in between the pipes, we are going to have the Otter, and as long as the Otter steps up when he has to, we could win a Stanley Cup this season. Do I think it's going to happen? Not really, but you never know. If you get a hot goaltender at the right time and everyone steps up, you can definitely work some magic. We're taking on Vancouver. Let's see how round number one goes. So Portland versus Vancouver, our first time in the postseason. We're dropping game number one, but we're going to be responding in 2 straight victories. Game 5 is going to be a big one. Are we going to win this game 5? No, we are not. We're facing elimination. I mean, to be fair, I fully expected to lose game number 5 based on what happened in my last video. Let's just say I lost a handful of times in game number 5. DVS scored. Ain't no way DVS is scoring a goal in this game. Hold on. That was one of the 50 overall players. One of our 50 overalls is scoring. Alexander Ovechkin scoring, but we're losing this game 3-2. You can't tell me in the postseason when it mattered most and we needed some big time players to step up, DVS is one of the guys scoring goals for us. Miro Heiskanen didn't have a goal. Granted, he's a defenseman. Malkin had 1 goal. Sean Monahan only had 1 goal. Barkov had 1 goal. Braden Point had 1 goal. You know who else had 1 goal? Jack Quinn. You know who else had 1 goal besides Jack Quinn? DVS. Bro, ain't no way I just witnessed that. The Otter suck. Let's just go ahead and spin the wheel. What did I just witness? In an elimination game, the 50 overalls are stepping up. That's ridiculous. Like, there's no way I just witnessed DVS scoring in one of the most important games. Like, that was an elimination game, and the 50 overall player is outperforming the 90 overall players. How does that even happen? We're going to be scoring with the New York Rangers next. There's lots of options we could score with there. Now, we've scored against the New York Rangers a couple times, but we haven't scored with the New York Rangers, and they're going to be scoring on Chicago, so we're just feeding the big time players in a game like this. I don't care if Panarin's out there with 0 energy whatsoever. He could probably still skate through that Chicago team. So Panarin, it's time for you to go to work here. I just want you to dance through absolutely everybody, and that's what you're doing, and you're going to score just like that. Why has it been so easy to score in the past 2 games? Panarin, 54 seconds in, and it wasn't even a great shot. I think it just took a wicked deflection, because there's no way he should have scored right there. Did it just take a wild deflection? I think it did. Actually, I don't think it did take a deflection. I think that just went straight past Peter Mrazek. Okay, never mind. I was originally right. It did take a wicked deflection. Nothing Peter Mrazek can do about that. Right off Seth Jones' legs. But that means we're going to be adding Artemi Panarin to the team. Now, although we don't need a goaltender here, I wouldn't turn down Shesterkin. But I guess I don't even get that option because we're not getting him. So Artemi Panarin, you're the guy I wanted to score with. And you know what? It worked out because we are going to be scoring with you. So that means you're going to be joining our team, 95 overall. Our team's looking absolutely elite here. But is it going to be enough? I'm not too sure. So there's only 150 overall player left on the Portland Pirates. The forward core is looking absolutely spectacular. The defense is still amazing with this big 3 leading the way. And then goaltending, the Otter and Bobrovsky. I will never have a concern about goaltending. These 2 guys will always step up when it matters. Let's go win a Stanley Cup this season. So it looks like the Portland Pirates are finally done messing around. First in the entire league, a 56-19-7 record. And you know what? I don't really feel like scoring any more goals. So you already know what we're going to do once the postseason comes around. I'm going to simulate the entire postseason in one take, not even turning the face cam on. And we all know because I'm doing that, we are definitely going to win a Stanley Cup here. The Otter's going to post like a 950 into 160. He's going to put up some incredible numbers. We all know it's going to happen. We're taking on the St. Louis Blues in the first round. But why does this method always work? I have no clue. But we're going to trust it. We're 100% trusting the process here, and we're just going to watch us win a Stanley Cup. So here we go. We're dropping game number 1. We dropped game number 2. We're winning game 3. We lost game 4. Okay, we actually might lose to the St. Louis Blues here. Just kidding. We're going to make a 3-1 series comeback. So yeah, Portland, why did you have to make that so incredibly difficult on yourselves? I have no clue. We've dropped back-to-back, make it 3 straight games. What is this team doing? Seriously, what are the Portland Pirates doing? They can make this significantly easy on themselves, but nope, they're going to game 7 in every single series until this one right here, where we're going to win in 6 games. I told you if I didn't turn the face cam on, we would win a Stanley Cup, and that's exactly what we did, because why would we ever win a Stanley Cup if I had the face cam on? It just doesn't work like that. Barkov, 22 points, Travis Konecny, 22, Artemi Panarin, 21, but holy, why did we have to go to so many game 7s? We went to 3 game 7s, and the shortest series we played in was the Stanley Cup final, where that went to 6 games. The Otter clearly didn't have the numbers I was expecting, but even still, 16 wins, 1 shutout, a 934 and a 213. These are really good numbers, considering we had to go to game 7 in every series, so you had to play 27 games. Over those 27 games, a 934 and a 213. Bro stepped up in the big time moments, what can I say? If you made it to the end of the video, of course, comment DVS, because DVS was our 150 overall player that stepped up when it mattered, and he scored that goal in that one elimination game. Outside of DVS, the only other player to score in that game from our team, Alexander Ovechkin. So does that mean DVS is on the same level as Alexander Ovechkin? Absolutely.